All right, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing another video for Fear the Walking Dead, leading up to the second half for Fear the Walking Dead Season 5, what we think is going to happen, doing our video predictions for Episode 9, Channel 4. Alright, impossible spoiler warning if you are not caught up for Fear the Walking Dead, which is up to the end of the first half of Fear the Walking Dead Season 5. So that was Episode 8, Is Anybody Out There? So we have a bit of a break until Fear returns, which will be August 11th. So it's not too far off, considering it's the 22nd today. So we have basically, 2 weeks. Okay, so 1... 2, so, maybe 3 weeks, right? So almost 3 weeks, a day before 3 weeks. So, but it's not too bad. 3-week break is really not that long for Fear, and we're going to be seeing the second half of the season, which is going to be another 8 episodes. Of course, Fear the Walking Dead being renewed for Season 6. And we have both a sneak peek for this episode, as well as the trailer from Comic-Con for the second half of this season, which I'll put the links to both in the description, so you guys can go ahead and check them out for this second half of the season. And for the looks of things, the second half looks okay. It looks pretty decent. There's a few things that look kind of funny. There's landmines, which is funny in the sneak peek. Channel 4. I'm wondering kind of what they're going to do with this whole idea of them starting to kind of live, if they're going to kind of be more playful or have some more fun and maybe not be so scared to kind of go out there in the world and help people and do stuff, although the landmines do look kind of scary and also funny at the same time, especially when John the landmines says it afterwards. They've got like the cameras going, which is kind of funny. Channel 4, so I don't know if they're starting their own news station or something here. I don't know if they're kind of keeping a video log of the different, trials and tribulations they get into in this process. Something like that makes sense. It seems kind of funny though, doesn't it? Like it just kind of has a fun sort of vibe. Even the trailer for this back half of the season's got some fun music and stuff like that in it. And so I'm not sure for this back half. Obviously, we can see in most of the trailer you have Morgan still there. We've got parts of him where he's kind of maybe training Alicia how to use the bow, or I don't know. We'll have to see for her. A lot of it looks like she might be kind of taking a little bit more of a background seat for a little bit of this. She's not in, for example, the sneak peek, and she's in the trailer a little bit, but not that much. It somewhat makes sense, though, because she had a lot of time in the first half, so now, for the second half, probably not quite as much at the beginning. There's also been interviews where they said that she's not in the clear yet, or she's not, 100% safe yet. They don't want to tell us that. That's not kind of the deal for the second half of the season, so we'll have to see whether or not she still survives out the season. Most of us pretty much are all in unison saying the same thing, that she has to survive Season 5 if you're going to do Season 6, and you're going to go on further after that. She basically has to. So we'll see if that's still, the case. Morgan as well. There was basically no character deaths in the first half of the season, as I said in my review. So what does that mean for the second half of the season? Well, I would think there'd be at least one or two pretty good sized ones. Characters like maybe June or John or somebody like that, Luciana. Any of those type of characters in that kind of a range. So we'll see what they do in this back half. I am really happy with the way the first half worked out. A lot of people, weren't that happy with it. They said you could watch the premiere and then watch the mid-season finale, and that's all you needed to see. You could have skipped the whole rest. But I don't know, man. I thought it was a fun journey in the first half of Season 5. I thought that the nuclear idea was kind of cool, with kind of the meltdown of the power plant and everything like that. I thought that the radiation and all that was kind of a new kind of take for a Walking Dead property, so that was also cool. And I thought it was pretty exciting to wrap things up in the end of the first half. And also, I liked that there wasn't any major character death right there and then right away, because I did feel like we kind of needed a break from that for a little while, with, for example, all the deaths in The Walking Dead Season 9, and it's just like, oh man, you just want to see maybe a little bit of a break from people being killed off all the time. So that was pretty good. So for the second half, them going on different missions to help people, whether it be landmines or other creative ideas, whatever they can think of throwing in there, which is fun. The videos kind of going off and maybe them having some fun and starting to kind of live as they've said. And then from the trailer, of course, we have the parts with Logan with the mention of the gasoline and that at the end of the mid-season finale there. So we'll see if they actually take him up on his offer, if that group that's kind of intimidating him into finding the gasoline is really, all that formidable. There's some people on horseback in the trailer that we don't know of as well, too. So looks like they're going to be bringing in some other different groups of villains for fear. And we have not really seen a major villain for fear, almost yet in the new kind of style that the new showrunners are doing. So Ian Goldberg and Andrew Chambliss, we haven't really seen like a Negan come in or a Governor come in or anyone like that. I'm still looking for that. I still kind of want to see either in the second half or maybe next year in season 6, them bring in a really fearsome villain. And, maybe they got to kill somebody to kind of bring them in and kind of get them started, like the Whisperers with, spoiler warning, with Jesus, for example. But I'd like to see something like that for fear in this second half. So I'm really looking forward to the second half of this season, starting August 11th, because I enjoyed the first half so much. I hope that there's at least a good number of you guys that are still enjoying fear and are still interested in, watching the rest of the series through here for however many years it continues to last, which, again, if Alicia survives and, Morgan survives as well, too, this season, I think you probably get a season 7, and then after that, I don't know. After that, all bets are off. Like, I think a season 6 is a huge accomplishment for them. Season 7 is like, I hope so, as long as they don't make any major missteps, right, and kill off, like I said, some of those key characters that you really don't want to. But then after that, maybe you kind of have to maybe do that later at some point, in one of those later seasons and have some big shifts and stuff like that later on too. So I don't know, it kind of keeps it original as well too. You can't have every half season with no big character deaths, and you can't have every season go through with no deaths either, right? You have to have some here and there to keep things, to keep people on edge and keep them on their on the edge of their seats, keep them in a sense where they don't feel too comfortable either, right? So that's kind of where they want us to be from the sounds of things. So Channel 4, the rest of the titles of the episodes have been released as well too. Maybe we could go through them. 210 words per minute is episode 10, so I don't know. You're still here. Nur Tamid, leave what you don't. Today and tomorrow, Channel 5, and then end of the line. I don't know. So we'll see how this thing wraps up. Logan is a villain. I've kind of been like, he's okay. Again, I'm just kind of, hoping for eventually seeing a villain that really makes us feel fearful, right? Scared, but their kind of new style, which is sort of half comedy and half serious, it's working too. I think it's been fun. I think it's been working. So predictions for the second half, lots of them having lots of fun. This new stuff with the new villains, maybe one major character death before the end of the season for season 6. And then, who knows, different adventures, right? As we go through, possibly a lot caught on camera, and maybe them having some fun within the trailer. It looks like first-person perspective and points of view, and, as a result of us seeing that, kind of adding to the comedy and stuff, because you can kind of watch it on film as they're recording it, and you can get some funny one-liners and stuff. So that's kind of what we're looking at for the back half from what we've seen so far and what I think we're going to see. So let me know what you guys think. Leave your comments below. How are you feeling about Fear right now? After the first half ended, are you feeling charged for it, kind of like I am? Or are you like, no, I wish they would have had a big character death in the first half? Just where are you at with this one? Or are you one of the ones who said, like, the whole first half, nothing really happened? Are you one of those as well, too? But they did add a lot of new survivors to their numbers, which is, could be really useful later on. So, I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, that's it for this one, guys. We'll see you again soon for another video. As always, this is Trev, and I'm saying peace. Later, guys. See you soon.